morning. We have a half a dozen topics to address today, and I want to begin with Bob Friedman, who's here representing LACNIP for an announcement concerning their annual dinner. Bob?
Good morning. I would like to announce the LACNIP annual dinner will be next week, next Thursday night, November the 8th, at the Civic Center. The doors will open at 5:30 p.m. The public is invited. It is a free catered dinner, and the purpose of the dinner is to basically do our Good Neighbor Awards for that night. Again, November the 8th, Thursday night. Doors are open at 5:30 and 6 p.m. at the Civic Center. And you need to RSVP to Connie Dersham. The number is 419-221-5177. Thank you.
Who are your sponsors this year, do you know?
The sponsors this year are Superior Credit Union, Innovative Packaging, Lima Memorial Hospital, St. Rita's, and Rudolph Foods.
Terrific.
Thank you.
I know that each year there's several hundred people that attend. It's always a great way to celebrate the activities of our volunteers in the community, neighborhood associations in particular, but also others that help to support neighborhood activities, and we certainly appreciate all that's done year-round by LACNIP and all of its associates. Brett Roehm is here from the Parks Department with information about registration for basketball.
Good morning.
Good morning, Brett.
Good morning. Here today again to push our youth basketball registrations. This is 3rd through 6th grade boys and girls. The deadline to register is Friday, November the 9th at 5 p.m. The cost is $30 for all children, and we will have a skills assessment clinic that will be held on Saturday, November the 10th. And practices for the league will begin on November 28th with games beginning on December the 8th, and the season will run through February 24th. Forms are available at the Recreation Department. They're also available on the city's website, and we've also distributed them to the city schools to go home with their kids in their folders. This is what the form looks like. So if you have any questions, you can contact our office, 419-221-5195. But again, you have about a week and a half left for registration. And due to our timelines, we can't take any registrations after the 9th. So please, please, please get those registration forms in. So,
Brett, where are the games played?
Games are played at the city schools. The sites that we've requested to use again this year are Heritage Elementary and North Middle School. All games are on Saturdays. Practices are during the week. We do use the Lima City Schools for our practices as well. So quite a partnership that we have formed with the Lima City Schools.
Great.
Right. Thank you.
And that's a good segue for me. I'm wearing this shirt for a reason. It's the campaign shirt for the Lima City Schools levy. And as Brett mentioned, this year is just an immediate instance, the basketball program. This is a decades-old practice of the City Parks and Rec program to be able to rely on the Lima City Schools gymnasium facilities. It's really an essential component of what we provide in programming, is to be able to use the school facilities. Beyond that, of course, the levy that is proposed is for the maintenance of those facilities, for the updates that are required. It's for core curriculum in the Lima City Schools. I truly want to encourage voters to get out and support the Lima City Schools and Apollo. In some sections of our community, Apollo provides educational services to those residents. It's not congruent with the city schools district. It's separate from that. So we do want to encourage voters in those neighborhoods to also turn out and support the Apollo levy. There too, we're talking about a major upgrade in facilities. I think they've been in their present facilities for nearly 40 years. You can't live in a place for 40 years and not have needed updates. And they've done, that facility has also been a great community resource. We want to encourage people to turn out and support Apollo as well. So really hoping that both for early voters as well as voters who vote on the traditional day, the first Tuesday of November, which is my practice, everybody votes supportively for those two levies. Also, this morning, Amy Odum is here with an announcement of a special event for tomorrow where we'd like to invite the media.
Thank you, Mayor. Tomorrow, Ohio Attorney General Michael DeWine will be in town to help the county and the city kick off our very first demolition under the Moving Ohio Forward grant through the Ohio Attorney General's office. The city of Lima and the county have been fortunate to receive almost $500,000 in funds, $524,000 to assist in demolition activity in the city and county. The first demolition will occur tomorrow, November the 1st at 1 o'clock at 1007 Linden Avenue. 1007 Linden is the first home that will be taken down by the city of Lima. Attorney Michael DeWine will be there, and as well as city and county officials and all of our partners from the county jurisdictions in the Moving Ohio Forward grant. So tomorrow, Thursday, 1 o'clock, 1007 Linden. We hope to see the media there to help us celebrate the beginning of this important activity. Thank you.
You might want to remind folks the source of the funding originally.
The source of this funding is through the Ohio Attorney General's office, and it is actually part of a bank settlement. It was a national class action suit taken by attorney generals across the country. Attorney Mike DeWine had some thought into the settlement dollars and is actually the first state to be using some of these funds for demolition activity, understanding the blight that was brought about by the mortgage failures and foreclosures. So it's very innovative. We're very thrilled that he's able to come and share this first demolition with us tomorrow. Thank you.
And Saul Allen is here to punctuate information about leaf pickup. And we saw, I think some people didn't pay attention last week, Saul, so because the snow came and we had some flooding issues.
We did have some issues, and once again I want to remind residents to not to rake anything out into the street. The few issues that we did have with some of the snow and the rain we did get yesterday were definitely due to leaves covering up the top of the catch basins. And once we uncover those catch basins, they drain properly. So just once again, it is an issue to not rake those leaves or blow those leaves out into the street. We know some residents may have lawn services that take care of leaves and everything else, but also remind those lawn services as well to not put those leaves out in the street. But we do want to let everyone know that once again we are starting the leaf pickup next week, beginning Monday, beginning in the 1st, 4th, and 5th wards. Once again, that's the 1st, 4th, and 5th wards beginning Monday. All other wards we will be giving weekly updates to let you know where we're going to be. This is leaf pickup only. Always remind residents of that as well. This is not debris pickup. This is not branch pickup. Please do not have any of that material mixed in with the leaves or those materials, or we may bypass those piles. Also, this is not grass pickup. We are seeing areas where people are mowing their lawns and putting piles of grass out along the curb. This is not what we're picking up. We're picking up leaves only. That's what the equipment's designed to pick up. Also, you know, a lot of residents are taking advantage of not having to wait for us at all. We always remind residents that you can feel very free to bag all those leaves, and also if you decide to bag, you can bag those debris, and you can bag your grass and everything else. You can bag those and put those out with your trash pickup, and they'll be picked up on trash day. And those bags are available and have been available at my office on College Street, 900 South College, and also the Water Bill Payment Center at 424 North Central. Once again, first, fourth, and fifth wards, we will be out in your wards beginning Monday.
Well, thank you.
Yep.
And lastly, Howard Elstro is here with a couple of updates on Elm Street. Are we about ready?
Just about ready, Mayor. The original completion date for Elm Street, the reconstruction from Woodlawn to Cable, was October 28th. A 2-week extension has been granted to the contractor, Hume Supply, due to rain days sustained during the duration of the construction. The remaining work that is to be completed is adjusting manholes, as well as line striping using a thermoplastic material that lasts multiple years. And the problem that we're running into right now is that the thermoplastic material requires that the pavement temperature be over 50 degrees. And obviously, yesterday was not the day to finish that work. We think there's going to be a window of opportunity for us this Friday and Saturday, and therefore, weather permitting, once the striping is done, the roadway will be open to the public. The reconstruction project cost about $1.8 million. The funds for this came from a combination of congestion mitigation funds, STP funds, surface transportation funds, permissive tax, gasoline tax, stormwater utility revenues, and State Issue 1 funds. The project included complete base reconstruction, curbs, sidewalks, renewed storm catch basins and drains, and replanting of trees and seeding of the tree lawn. The addition of sidewalks is really something that we are getting positive remarks about from the neighbors in that area. And I was very interested in seeing that Elm Street being so close to a couple of schools, the roadway is not open, but the sidewalks are serviceable. And we've seen children walking home from school on these sidewalks, and it's a good thing to see. The other thing I would like to announce is that the Public Works Department prepared and has filed for FEMA reimbursement as a result of the costs that were associated by the June 29th storm earlier this summer. The cost requested for the reimbursement from FEMA is $245,000. This is request to cover overtime expenses of public works crews, including streets and parks, working overtime to clean up and dispose of debris, the actual cost of that debris disposal, the initial emergency response by fire and police departments, as well as fuel that was used to operate our emergency generators at such locations like the Central Fire Station, the Lima Police Station, Central Services, water treatment, and wastewater plants. And just to give people an idea of the effort that goes into this filing, different administrators as well as my staff prepare the necessary documents that are required for such a filing. And it's no easy task. There's approximately a ream and a half of paper here that we file. But I do want to express our thanks for the availability of FEMA funds. When these are made available, especially this summer, I'm sure the residents and taxpayers of this community recall that we went into a very tough financial crisis-based budget this past year. And when this windstorm hit and the cost we knew would be well into six figures to clean that up, we did not know how this was going to be paid for. So these FEMA funds are very much appreciated and in this current budget.
This is the third time?
This is the second FEMA filing that the Public Works Department has filed. The first FEMA filing was in 2005. during the ice storm. And the ice storm cost associated with cleanup of that event was about $1.6 million, and we were able to recover $1.3 million from the FEMA source. Now, I have to say the filing was considerably larger than this batch of paper. It was actually a stack of a paper about 18 inches high. So less cleanup, but all the same, we are very grateful for this $245,000 reimbursement that we are anticipating. Thank you.
We've had real live experience here with freak storms, and I think what's being experienced now on the East Coast certainly is a devastation that is really kind of beggars the imagination. I mean, it's so huge. And the federal government is a party to that in terms of providing resources. It's a lot of work, but fundamentally the amount of money that's necessary from both the local community to respond, but also state and federal resources, that makes it possible to respond. So as Howard said, we've been successful in obtaining it. We're grateful for it, and it's really important for us to be able to manage things on a long-term basis and have the knowledge that it's there as backup to our local abilities. So I believe that's all that we have for today. So again, go out and vote and support the Lima levy and the Apollo levy. Thank you.